Welcome back to Live for Love TV. Today's the first day of the first month of the 25th year inside the 21st century. Hope everyone's doing extremely well out there. So first day, first month, that means Happy New Year to everyone. And I hope everyone gets more of what they got before. Now, some people may say, why would I say it like that? Because I believe that it doesn't matter whether a day passes, a week, a year, whatever. You have to be doing the same thing consistently for a long time before you get results. Sometimes you may see things happen along the way and you think are not supposed to happen, and therefore you don't want any more of that. But believe me, if you've got the right psychology, the right mindset, the right focus, then you will get to wherever you want to get to in the end. Now, I'm looking at some birds above my head. Very interesting to me today because it's a very blue sky up there, and I'm watching some birds above my head. And I've been watching them for 10-15 minutes prior to starting this video, and I have not noticed them flap their wings once. The breeze obviously is just right, so they can glide. So they're gliding all over the place without using their wings to flap. So I'm saying that to say that everybody uses minimal energy. You conserve energy where you can, and then where you need to use your energy, therefore you use it. So they're conserving energy right now. And that's important for them. They're flying, they're doing whatever they're doing up there. I mean, they've been up there so long, as I'm over my head, that I'm thinking to myself, well, if they're going to be flying for half an hour up there, they don't come down to rest, they don't come down to get any food or whatever. Sometimes I wonder, what exactly are they doing up there? But they're birds, they fly, don't they? So who am I to say what they're doing up there? What they're doing anyway. So, but as I'm thinking now, I was thinking about something I was listening to the other day when somebody was saying that they were bored. And then I thought, okay, they're bored. And then somebody else was talking about a depressive state that they've gone through recently. And I was thinking, wow, these are interesting things that I hear, because I haven't been bored for over 35 years. Neither in any form of depression or down feel like that for so many years. But I do know of them. And when I say this, it's going to make a lot of people upset. But listen, nevertheless, it's just my point of view. It's Live for Love TV. You can switch if you don't like it. But whenever you get bored, and whenever you get into a situation where, oh, I'm bored, that's basically because you're actually focusing too much on yourself. You know, loneliness is the same thing. You're focusing too much on yourself. And depression is the same thing. All of these are based on when you live your life too much for yourself. When you do that, you're subject to these side effects. These side effects don't happen when you have other people living for, when you have a worldly view of the human race, and you try to help out where you can, do what you can for yourself, help out where you can. There's never any time to get bored. There's no time to get depressed, and there's certainly no time to be lonely. You've only got a certain amount of time on the planet. I don't know where you get those times to be. You have to be thinking of yourself. And obviously you can't be doing for yourself all day long. So of course you're going to get bored. And you can't be happy if you're thinking of yourself all day long. Of course you're going to get depressed. You know? So all of these feelings are side effects of thinking about yourself too much, like I said. And so the fix is quite easy. Put other people up there. I mean, the scripture says, love thy neighbor as you love thyself. That cures that right away. Everything I'm saying just runs straight out, because it means you're living for other people besides yourself. Of course, you're living for yourself, but you're living for other people as well. So that just gets rid of that straight away. But it's hard to do that. It's very hard to do that for a lot of people, because they live in this individualized world that they've been taught. And so in that individualized world, it's all about self. And the modern people, as bad as my generation is, the younger the generation seems to get, the worse they get when it comes to thinking about themselves all day long. And this is why you keep hearing them talking about they're bored and they're anxious, and all of these are side effects of thinking of yourself all day long. You know, you have to find ways to understand that you are you're like a cog in a wheel. You're like a unit. You're just a single unit amongst millions of different units. And you can't work for very long by yourself or think about yourself without it going wrong. That's not how we were created. That's not how the universe is. That's not how we are. We're collective. We're a collective species, and we can't get around that. People try to get around it, and course, systems will try and tell you that you're an individual and you should think for self and put self first and all this type of stuff. Because that works really well for them, for the people who are trying to control you. Because as they call it, divide and rule. That's how you control people. You keep them divided, and you rule them very easily. When they're collected, when you've got a mass, when you've got a critical mass of people, it's almost impossible to control them. So they always want you individualized. Everybody has their own little space, compartment, and they make you think like that on a constant. People, Christmas time, people are giving people gifts and thinking about one another, which is good. You know, if that's your culture, that's very good. But you need to have this kind of thinking all the year round. Because when you have this thinking all year round and not everything you buy is for yourself, you're not going to get bored, you're not going to get lonely, and you're certainly not going to get depressed. But anyway, see you soon. Have a great year. Live for Love TV.
Like, share, subscribe to Live for Love TV.